Alright guys, so as you're going to see in this video, originally it was supposed to just be a quick, easy fix for a leak in the blower unit on your inflatable hot tub, and it quickly evolved into a whole process of disassembly, leak location, fixing the leak, and reassembly. It's a little bit long, about an hour, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Hey guys, Kevin here with Kevin's Way Works. So today I decided to set up my hot tub. One of those Coleman SaluSpa Hawaii model. And as usual, it was leaking. And over the years, every time it leaks, I just take it apart and I fix the leak. As you can see right here, I have silicone. Instead of replacing a rubber O-ring that fails every year, I just use some RTV silicone and that does the job permanently. Now the issue is, inside of here there's a ball valve, and this is the blower inlet or outlet. It blows down through here, comes out here, goes into the hot tub. Very prone to leaking because these little silicone balls get damaged from the chemicals in the hot tub and they disintegrate. Then you got to take all these off, all these screws out, and then you have to put new ones in. Well, they came up with a different method for doing this, and that includes using this little valve right here. So this is just a one-way valve, and instead of being up inside of the blower unit that you have to take apart like this one goes down inside of here. So right now I have the cap on it so I can work on it with the water still in the hot tub. So this one will go inside of this tube right here, and then you just put it back together as usual. And it makes it a lot easier, so then all you have to do is replace this valve instead of taking the whole thing apart and having to replace everything inside. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. I'm not going to take this apart and put a new one of these in. It's barely leaking, but it is leaking just a tiny bit. So we're going to put this in and see if it does the job. So stay tuned and we'll get this guy installed. Alright, let's try to do this without losing too much water. So this guy goes in here like this. You may have to put a little bit of grease around it. Let's go ahead and get some grease. Come on. Let me go get a little bit of grease because I can't get that in there. Okay, I've got myself a little bit of Super Lube multi-purpose synthetic grease. And this has PTFE in it. So we're just going to put a little bit around these O-rings and we're going to slip it on. All right, we have that all lubed up. Let's go ahead and try this. To see if we can force this on. Problem I'm having is it's pushing the O-rings off. See how it's pushing the O-rings off, and then I've got the water pressure working the opposite way. What a pain, guys, what a pain. Almost had it. I might have to take and round that edge off a little bit. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. Now, I'm going to use a razor blade. You got to be careful since you're around a blow-up device. You don't want to puncture it. And I'm just going to take this, I'm gently knocking down little edge on here. And hopefully that will give it enough of a bevel for this to be able to slide in better. Wow, look at that. Let's see if we can get it the rest of the way. Holy cow, guys, we got it. Woo! We got it. Oh, I hope we were recording that. I don't want to have to do it a second time. I'm just going to put this on just in case. I have water all up in my knife now. It's going to get all rusty if I don't take it apart and clean it. Remind me to do that. Don't forget. All right, let's get this guy hooked back up. The middle here are these. This is your outlet for your pump. Now don't forget your little silicone seal here. This is going to go in here like so. And then take this off. This should not leak now, but just make sure you don't accidentally pull out that new seal right there. Oh, you know what, guys? I forgot to put something back on. So I took this collar off here while I had this out of the machine to look at it, and then I decided to do this instead. We got to put it back on. Oops. Now these are stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about them rusting. And these go on this manner here. The hard part is going to be getting the washers back in. Let's see if we can do it. So the washer, or not the washer, the nut. One nut goes there. Don't go crazy tight and anything, it's just snuggy snuggy. And then this one goes here. We did it. I did it, guys. Now, make sure your seal is still on there, and then line everything up. Tighten her down. Like I said, not super tight, just tight enough to prevent a leak. I'm going to take a leaf blower, and we're just going to blow this down, try to get all this excess water off, and then I'll, blot it with a towel, and then we'll just come back in an hour and see if there's any more water. Hopefully there's not. If there is, then I don't know where it's leaking from, because everything else inside was dry. All the usual spots that I fixed in the past were all dry. Cover your ears. I know, I was late. All right, let's take this towel. So it'll end up leaking going this way because that's the way the patio is sloped. So I'm just going to soak this up. And we'll come back in an hour with our fingers crossed, and hopefully it's all good to go. Well, guys, that's disappointing. That tells us we're still leaking somewhere. The problem is I don't see any other water leaking. So we're going to have to dive deeper into this, and I tell you, I'm going to remove the top section. We're going to see if we can see any water in the top area. To tell you the truth, it's probably slow enough just to leave it, but I don't like doing stuff like that. I want to fix it right. So let's go ahead and get to this and see if we can figure out where in the world this is leaking from. Alright guys, there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like 6 screws all the way around this. I'm really thinking about just ditching this altogether and going with a full-size hot tub heater and controller, or at least building my own controller and using a hot tub heater and just having it sit outside the pool with tubes going up to the inside. But for right now, let's just go ahead and get this guy working. So I'm going to unplug that. Let's go ahead and pop this up and see how it's attached. We might be able to just set it on the side here. Just don't lose any of your screws. Okay, guys. I'm not seeing anything pulling up here. So usually it'll leak around here, or around here, around here, or around the side of the heater. But, I mean, I don't see any water there, guys. None. Let me go get a flashlight, and we'll look down in there and see if we can get a better look. But I don't think we're leaking from the top side, which makes this a lot harder to troubleshoot. All right, let's get down in here. Let's see if we see any water on top. We don't see any water on top. So let me go get my borescope, endoscope, and let's see if we can get up in there and see what's going on. Oh my goodness, guys, I found it. It wasn't where it was supposed to be, but I found it. Holy cow. And of course I got oil up in it when I was using it on my engine. So now it's a little blurry, no matter how much you clean it. Wait, there's water on the hose there. Is that a hose? See that? There's water on that hose there. Let's try to go around this side, I guess. Oh, I thought I saw a water drop. Is that a water drop? Look at that. Those are 2 water drops right there. Coming from where? Oh, it's at, look at it. There we go. We got to figure out what that is. What is that? That's actively dripping right there. I see water. Oh man, is this heater leaking? I think the heater's leaking. Either the heater is leaking or it's leaking from this hose here. See down in there, it's wet. I resealed this heater last summer. All right, let's go ahead and unscrew those. We'll see if it's leaking out of the heater. Like so. I said this is all zip tied together, so I can't really undo it. Let's go ahead and set it up here for now. Might be able to unplug it down here. We have to unhook the heater from the terminals over here. Let's unscrew these. All right, heater. A. They're both A's. So where's the other ones? AA, BB. All right, those are unhooked. Now this has a big boys over here too. And I guess these ones don't matter either because they're both on the same, they're on the same bus bar over here. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Don't lose your little washer here. It's a lock washer. Okay, those two are unhooked. I think that's everything holding the heater in. Let's go ahead and see if we can wiggle that guy out. There it is. There it is, all wiggled out. But, oh, we got another connector here. Uh-oh, we got another connector. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they're everywhere. Just remember, they're color coded, so just hook them back up to the correct colors. Careful not to break anything. Oh, there she is, there she is. I'll show you where it's leaking here. See right here, this water stain? And this water stain here? It's leaking around this seal somewhere. I resealed this previously with RTV, as you can see, but obviously something was not sufficient and it started leaking again. So we're going to unscrew these 6 screws and we're going to see where it's coming from. I think it's coming from the seal over here though, and not the seal here, but I think we have to undo them all. I'm not 100% sure about that. So let's just see if we can figure it out. Let's try that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with these screws around here, and I'm going to see if this whole thing will come out as one unit. These heating elements, I don't think that's going to work. I think these heating elements, they're attached on both ends. Let's go ahead and just try to remove this first. I don't know what this is for. It's for this little sensor here. I think that's just a heater, a heating sensor right here on the end. It's just clamped in with this little clamp right here. Let's unhook these first. Oh, it is hot out here, guys. Man, I'm literally dripping sweat everywhere. Oh, look at that. Came off. Came off, no problem. Let's go ahead and take a picture of this. I want to make sure we get that sensor going the right way. I know I can go back and look at the camera, but it's easier for me to look at my phone camera, not the video camera. Okay, there's that. Oh, now, see, there's no signs of leakage here, so it must have leaked on the other seal. Clearly it did. Look at how wet, rusty these are. Did I get them all? Just making sure I got them all before I start forcing things here. Oh lordy, I was afraid of this. This RTV really has that in there. Okay. Oh, probably put it here. Whew. Oh, come on, you can do it. Break free, break free. Break free. Looks like it's loose a little bit. Oh, we almost got it. I feel it giving. Oh, got it, guys. Got it, guys. Got it. All right, we can clearly see that it's been leaking inside of there. Thing is, this has O-rings too, I believe, that are up and in here. I think this has O-rings, or does it have a seal? I can't recall. Oh yeah, this is a rubber seal, see? And even with all that extra RTV, it still managed to get around. Or is that just an O-ring? I can't really tell. It's a seal or something. Still managed to get around it, but that RTV is stuck to that seal like you wouldn't believe. All right, well, hopefully this is fixable. There's that seal there, but it was leaking around the inside edge here, not around the outside. Hopefully what we're doing over here doesn't mess the seals up on the other side now. Wow, look at that. It was so hot it just turned the silicone. Actually, that's probably not from, that's probably the original seal. See how that original seal's all brittle and falling apart? I don't think these were built to last a long time. I'm not sure how they rust. I think they'd be stainless steel. But this one has rust and it has pit holes right there. And it all pitted and looks like it ran through those pits. Alrighty. So this is supposed to go on here. My guess is then this is, when this goes on here like this, it puts pressure on these rings and it's supposed to spread them out and tight against here, but it didn't do its job very well. Alright guys, I'm not really sure what to do. Not really sure what to do. I guess the first thing we're going to do is just try to get all this silicone off. Okay, sanding pad, brake parts cleaner, and we're just going to sand all up around there. Let's see if I can get you down a little bit. Okay, I have to take a quick break. I'm back. All right, how did we do? All right, I think we're going to call that clean enough because there's not much else we can do about that. All right, I'm going to get a paper towel and we'll give them one last cleaning. Ooh, we have a river of water over here. I tell you what, we probably could have just left this and it would have been fine, because even with this river of water behind me, the hot tub hasn't changed depth that I can notice. And with this little drip here, even over the 3 days it was hooked up, it didn't lose any noticeable water. Alrighty, let's call that good. Oh! I said these go in here. This goes on here, presses down on it. which is supposed to push out on the seal and make it tight against here. Oh no, that seal's breaking too. Oh, guys, this is just disaster. It's just disaster. Well, we're just gonna have to put it back together, see what happens. Nothing else I can do at this point. After this, if this keeps leaking, I'm just gonna throw it away. I'm gonna throw away the head unit and I'm gonna make my own. I'm just frustrated with this, as you can tell. I might go with this black RTV instead of the red. Hey, what you doing? You let yourself out? You just coming out? It's okay, you can come out. Come on. Go on. Go on. You go hang outside. Go on. No, you go. I'm not going in. You go. Go for a walk. Go for a walk. Oh, let's see what we have for RTV. I've got this ultra black. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I gotta wash my hands. I have silicone on them now. All right. Hands are clean. Hands are clean. Let's go ahead and get this in here. I opened this silicone, or I've used this silicone recently, so hopefully it hasn't sealed itself back up yet. Looks like it might have. Oh no, oh, we got some goo coming out. All right, let's get some. Actually, before we do that, let's clean up around that. It looks like it's got some junk up in it. I think that'll do it. Whoa. I was blowing that out all over the place. What you guys think? Think that'll work? There is an angry baby over there. A very angry baby. Now, just to be safe, I think I might put some around this edge here as well. Just get a little extra around there. Looks good to me. Alrighty. So in the picture, do you remember? I don't remember already. Go back and look at my pictures. The pointy piece went to the left. Some silicone here too. You don't want to wait too long with this silicone. It'll tack up too fast and then it won't stick to your part. Hey, don't lick that. Hey, actually that's fine. You're okay. It's just that there's no chemicals in it. You can lick it. She's like, why? It's water. Yes, I know. I forgot. It didn't have any chemicals in it yet. Oh man. silicone all over my hands. What else do I have in my pocket? Do I have any more? Yeah, I got another paper towel. Look at that. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is the part that matters. Let's go ahead and put some, gosh darn it. Go ahead and put these screws back in. And number 6. Now I'm not going super tight with them yet, but I did tighten them down a bit. Lola, go get me more paper towels. You go get more paper towels and a beer. Yes? You have no idea what you just want inside. Okay, she wants inside. I'll be right back. Gotta let the pup inside. Come on, stinker. Okie dokie. Whew. So one of these is cracked. I want to be careful. I don't want to damage these any more than they already are. Not much I can do about them, you know. All right, well, not much we can do about it, like I said. All right, we're going to take a toothpick and just work some silicone up in there. I don't want to overdo it. Get big old clumps. Oh, big old clumps in there. Ah. Dropping it all over the place. These chemicals in the pool are just brutal. They are just brutal on everything. All right, let's flip it over and do the other one. Looks good to me. All right, I'm wondering if I should let that sit for a bit before I tighten down the shell. Because if we let that harden up and then we tighten it down, it should help compress everything together and keep it from leaking. But I am going to temporarily put it on just to get them at least evenly seated in there. All right, let's let that sit. I'll come back in about an hour. Let me see how long this takes to see it do its thing. Fully cures 24 hours. Assemble parts immediately. Well, I'll tell you, we're going to give it 12 hours. We're going to give it an hour, and then we'll come out and tighten that down. Put that little plate on, tighten it down a little bit, and then not fully tighten it. We'll let it sit for a little bit, and then we'll crank it down as far as it'll go, and hopefully that'll get us through another summer. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'll be back. All right, guys, it's been a couple hours since I glued this up. Let's go ahead and tighten these guys down a little bit. All right, let me move you guys because you're on the wrong side. You're on the lefty side, and I am not a lefty. Let's try that. I am a righty. That's just the way it is. So I'm putting this piece through the holes. These little wires through the holes. Okay, let's grab our screws and just start screwing this in. Now I always take the screw and I turn it backwards just a little bit until I feel a little click, and that means it's lined up with the original holes or threads that were cut. Hopefully this will just push down all that RTV and hug tight against the sides of the heating elements so it doesn't leak again. I'm not going full tight with them yet. We're not going to Gorilla tighten them either. We're just going to snuggy them. Little snuggy. I'm just moving around corner to corner, edge to edge, just trying to kind of space it out. Just to get everything kind of down evenly. Alrighty. I think that's good, guys. I think those are good and tight. So let's go ahead, reassemble this guy, put some water in it, see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed. Alright guys, I hope there's enough light. It is now dark outside. Well, not completely dark, but it's getting there. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and feed this up and under here, like so. Like so. Alright guys, I got a little bit of the PTFE grease here. I like this stuff. This stuff's nice. Don't need a lot. I'm just going to take a little bit and just get it around that just to get everything lubed up. Caught on something. Alrighty. Whew. That was fun. Actually, that wasn't too big of a deal. Yeah. I don't know which way these wires were routed. I think they went this way because I can't get this back over into place. There we go. There we go. That's better. That's all better. Okay. Alrighty, let's hook these big fat boys back up like so. First I have to find where they went to. I also don't know what I did with the cap to my PTFE grease. Oh my goodness. How do I lose the cap to my grease? Seriously. Guys. I don't know. I don't know how this happens to me. I don't know how this happens to me, guys. I seriously don't. There's that one. Make sure these are not overlapping each other or overlapping the ones next to them. Make sure they're snug but not over tightened, or else you'll strip them. Looks good to me. Grab 2 of your black screws. One goes right here, or not. And the other goes on the other side. Just like so. Alright, so don't forget your cables here. So we've got our white one that goes to the white one, like so. There was a red one. Where did it go? Oh no. Where are you, buddy? Oh, here's a red one. Got your red one. That goes right there like so. You got a blue one over here. That goes, oh my goodness, my back. There we go. Now we've got plenty of room. Got a blue one that goes right here. I know it's dark, guys. It's dark outside. Like so. Okay. How's that all look? Oh, that was our cap. It was sitting up here the whole time. You guys knew it too, didn't you? You knew it and you didn't tell me. I see how it is. I see how it is. Alrighty. So back over here, we have our AABB. So let's start with BB. Doesn't matter where they go. Okay, those look good. Let's go ahead and put the cap back on that. And this cap goes this way, I believe. Like so. I don't believe these are the original screws. I think I lost them, but I have since found them. But these holes are a little bigger now from the slightly bigger screws. Okay guys, the last thing we have is this black one. Those can break. And I can't remember if I've replaced this one or not. I don't remember. Alrighty. Alrighty guys. I think we are good. I think we got it all back together. get your little rubber ring here sitting in the case properly, or else that'll drive you nuts later. Oh, we lost a handle. We gotta find our handle. So, ow, pinch my finger. Here's the handle. It just rides in a little slot. I think I put it in upside down. Now the question is, do we have it facing the right way? And it does look like we do. Let's go ahead and get all 6 of our screws in. Oh, you guys almost let me do something. You almost let me get away with it too. I found one more part. It goes right here. This one guy goes right here. Now we can put it all back together. Guys, I have 2 extra screws. Why? Why do I have 2 extra screws? Hold on. Hold on, something's not right. I have 2 black screws over here for some reason. What did we miss? Alright, these 2 screws go here. I'm not sure if those screws are supposed to be tight. I think they might be made to float, or they might just be made because of the length of the tubing. Let's go ahead and just snug them up. I've always snugged them up in the past. I've never had any issues. Just like so. Alright, now let's put the top back on. And of course, the little rubber grommet is not fully seated over here. There we go. I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Okay, dokily, I'm back. I need to find the screwdriver though. Okay, dokily. Alright, let's do all 6 of these. Alright, now I'm going to go around and tighten them down. Just a little bit of snug. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Snug them up. Alright, I think I got these already earlier. Double check them now. Alright, let's get this thing hooked back up. Oh, keep your fingers crossed, guys. Keep your fingers crossed. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. These 2 lined up. You also should make sure the little rubber O-ring or washer is in there and didn't fall out, because if it did, then it's going to leak everywhere. These are already in there. I saw them when I moved it over here. So we're good. And then we've got to put our little rubber gasket right here. Little silicone gasket. Make sure you get yourself some extra ones of those. I've had them break before. All right, all tight. Okay, let's get it plugged in. Give it a second to come on. Don't turn it on yet. We got to remove the plugs from inside the pool. Sorry, inside the hot tub. Oh no, we didn't hook something up right. We got an error. Shoot. Shoot, guys. What did I do wrong? Did you guys see? We got to look that up and see what EO2 is. Okay, I think that is because we still have the plugs on. So let's come over here. Let's remove the plugs and see what happens. I think it has a little float in there, and it didn't detect any water. I can't remember if it's a float. I think it's a float. Pretty sure it's a float. Oh, I didn't want to open it up though, because then I'd have to silicone it back shut again, and didn't want to have to do that. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Shoot. We forgot to put the bottom back on. Guys. Let's put the bottom back on. There we go, again. Frustrating. I'm hurrying because I need to do something else. Now we're gonna have water leak out everywhere. Forgot to put the bottom cover on. We gotta take it off again. My goodness, Kevin. Come on, buddy. Come on. Carefully set that up like that. Alrighty. Take your cover. Line up your screw holes. Is that on upside down? Oh, that was the right way. I think that's the right way. What you think? It's gotta be. Big hands, little screws really don't mix well. Last one. Oh my goodness. I don't know why they use different size screws there. Let's try this again. Before we plug it in this time, let's make sure we remove the plugs. Make sure our rubber gasket's still there. It is. Don't cross thread this. It's kind of easy to do. Alright, let's take our plugs out. Pluggy plugs, come on. That floats in there because if you don't have it in there and you try to turn it on, you're going to burn the elements out. So it's a safety to make sure there's water to cool everything down, basically. Alright, keep your fingers crossed, guys. Keep your fingers crossed. So far, so good. Whew. The temperature's not good. I don't think it's that. It actually feels warm up my arm in there. This should have remembered its last setting, which is 102. The reason it's doing this is because of that custom hardware and firmware that's in there. It's kind of hanging up a little bit. It's a bug, and I just haven't gotten around to uploading this new software. And that's supposed to stay at 102. It's supposed to read off of the storage that's on the ESP8266. So it's supposed to keep the last settings, which it did not for some reason. But let's do some bubbles. Okay, I'm gonna take the blower to the ground here and get this dried out as much as I can. We'll come back in a couple hours and see how it looks. Keep your fingers crossed, guys. Keep your fingers crossed. Guys, it's been about 2 hours. I came out here to check on it, and look at this. No leaks. We did it. That was the fix. It was leaking at that heater the whole time. It was not actually leaking at the blower. In any case, we still got the blower fixed, so in case it ever did leak internally again, it will no longer be an issue. So that's awesome. I am happy about that. We can now get this thing going. We can enjoy the hot tub for the rest of the summer. Alright guys, I'm outside at night. Got a little chorus of insects going on out there. But anyway, we got her fixed. No more leaks. It's actually been, I've been out of town 10 days, so it's been about, I'd say 2 weeks since I recorded the first half of this video. And as you can see, still not leaking. So we're definitely calling this one a successful fix. Now, I got this hot tub back in August of 2019. Worked great the first year. The second year, it had leaks. A lot of the O-rings and stuff were already broken, disintegrated, and I had to do the RTV fix. So 2020 I fixed it, 2021, 2022. I fixed it pretty much every year. There was some type of different leak each year. Last year, I don't think I fixed anything because I never set it up last year. So I did have that 1 year where I didn't fix a leak. But in this case, this is the second time I have repaired a leak in the heater unit. And probably not going to be the last. But in any case, I still enjoy this hot tub. For a simple little blow-up device that blows bubbles and is nice and heated, I like it. It works great for me. But anyway, I hope you guys like that fix. I hope that helps you guys repair your unit if you have a similar type leak. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Kevin's Way Works.